It's been a whole week now, and I still just can't help but just ramble and yap about Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, especially the horror scenes that we saw. Because oh my god, we gotta talk about it. What's happening back on channel once again? We don't know how. I'm Eli Valentine. On this channel, we usually cover all things horror movies, but today we are talking about Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, especially some of the performances that I love, and especially the horror scenes. Oh my god. Christopher Nolan, the things I would do for in horror Nolan movies, 70mm IMAX, things I don't understand things I would do. Anyways, full on spoilers for this entire video pretty much. First thing first, the horror scenes. Oh my god. The two scenes that I love the most out of this whole movie was definitely the Cersei scene and definitely the Cyclops. Those two horror scenes, with the Cyclops being survival horror and then Cersei being body horror. And plus me, that was all mainly practical effects for this movie. It makes it even better, right? With the Cyclops, it being survival horror. They enter this cave. First of all, I saw a Twitter tweet. It said the whole movie they were just doing side quests in a video game. Funny as shit. It's so accurate in the best way possible. So you get into this cave, right? You get in this cave, and the movie shifts into the survival horror, right? You hear the echoes, right? And it's out of nowhere the cave, even though it's so big and massive, all the sheep, right? It feels small, right? And then you hear them start coming. It coming. And when you realize that Nolan did use an actual giant as a Cyclops, when you actually see the Cyclops, right, and the scale of him and how big he is, it makes it even more impressive knowing that Nolan did use practical effects for that. Because when he grabs some members of the crew and he just eats them, and you kind of feel the impact of that. He's just some fast moving monster, right? He's slow, methodical, and you can't stop him, right? And the crew knows that. So there's this sense of helplessness, and that what makes the whole scene so terrifying. And that scream, I don't know what kind of sound design that thing was. I don't know how they pulled that thing off, but the sound design in this movie, especially when the Cyclops let out that fucking scream, so fucking loud. That fucked up my ears so much, and that was actually so amazing. And low key, I kind of feel bad. I don't know, like they went to his spot low key. He was just I'm playing around low key. Now when they talk things out, maybe I did see in other versions they do talk a little bit. Like I said, I'm someone who had not seen or read any of the Odyssey book in my whole life. Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe because in school I just wasn't that kind of guy. I read Hamlet. Yeah. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked there. The Cersei scene. Oh my god. What can you say? This scene does things to me on two different levels. From one, the body horror, and two, Samantha Morton's performance here. Fucking incredible. Return to your disguise. Oh my god. Incredible stuff. First, let's dive in with that thing. I generally think that whole line, back to your honest guys, is remains the most important and powerful line of the whole movie, right? Especially on the rewatch, and especially seeing the third act where they're destroying the destroying the whole city and everything. Back to your disguise is such a fitting and important line for the whole movie. The transformation isn't some curse, it's the truth. Cersei sees these men as greedy, violent, lustful, and driven by their worst instincts. In her eyes, these pigs are up, and it's exposing who they just been all along. And then oh my god, now let's talk about the body horror. I don't know how Nolan did this shit. When I say you see them transform into pigs, like bro, she was, I don't know how she was man. Oh man, I don't know how he did it. I'm at a loss for it still. Fucking incredible. So I haven't seen this on 70mm at Lincoln Square on my Max. Man, it just can't get better than that shit. It just generally can't, right? Because they aren't punished by being pigs, right? They're confronted with a version of themselves that they don't want to see. That's why this scene is so amazing to me, because like she was only on the scene for what, 10 to 15 minutes, but as of now she needs the Oscar nom at the minimum at the minimum, because this scene, it was about human nature, right? And how the mask that people wear, and the terrifying truth that not all monsters are big and bad, have fangs or have claws. It's the truth that some monsters are just people in their true nature, and some might just be pigs, which is fucking terrifying on top of that. So this is easily my favorite scene, whole sequence, whole side quest, whatever you want to call it. This is my favorite part of the whole movie by far, because for one, how important this is to the movie, and for two, the body horror that we saw, fucking incredible. And now let's move on to the sirens here. Man, that whole siren stuff, fucking incredible. I'm glad we did not hear it at all, because that's the point, right? We never hear the song ever, right? We are left frustrated wanting to hear it, but that's the whole point, right? It's giving us something just enough to us being there, as Odysseus stated, right? In quotes, a delicious itch you want to scratch, but you find it underneath the skin and you can't reach it, right? Such a great fucking line there. Oh my god. The songs aren't just singing like beautiful, magical, and tell type music, right? They're exposed to every promise you never kept, right? Every dream you abandoned, right? And every version of stuff you wish existed, and every person you lost, right? So the song changes based on the person. It works perfectly for you, and that's exactly why Nolan will never let us hear the song, because the moment he gives the audience a one specific siren song, it defeats the whole purpose. So not letting us hear does exactly what it's supposed to do, which I love. And Matt Damon trying to break free and everything, crying, man, such beautiful. And that some of these other performances besides from Samantha were incredible. Matt Damon obviously, but me personally, and obviously Anne Hathaway incredible. But me personally, my favorite performance, I might be in the minority with this opinion, I don't know, but Robert Pattinson's performance here, fucking amazing. Oh my god, such a good performance for me. The Anthony's character here with Robert Pattinson was played so well. Like, he's the definition of a character that is all talk, no bite, completely. And what makes it work so much is that he is some big terrifying villain, right? He simply is a fucking loser, right? Arrogant, all talk, no walk loser, right? Who feels much power, and who feels his power from pushing down on people. When he said the words beggars, get these beggars from me, bro, I felt attacked. I felt like he was saying a hard R. That's what it felt like. He said it was such disgust that it sounded so offensive, and I felt it to my core, man. And then when Odysseus took the fucking bow, him trying to escape, all the confidence left his fucking body. Him going around trying to be all untouchable and hiding, to him desperately trying to get everyone to fight for him, was fucking amazing to me. Harrison with his character didn't try to make him look cool or intimidating. He made him exactly what he's supposed to be, a smug fucking coward. Now in this third act here, man, so much emotional payoff was in this third act. It is this final 20-30 minutes with my heart, it was actually compounded. It going up so much for the last 20 and 30 seconds. I want that man to take off the HUD so fucking bad, especially in that scene with Anne Hathaway, which we will get to, because oh my god. Actually, we're gonna talk about Anne Hathaway now, because wow, such a great performance in her as well. It was one line I got saved. What did she say? She said, "Empty throne. I've been sitting on the empty throne for 20 years now." One of the best lines of the whole for me, because man, Anne Hathaway, phenomenal performance. Definitely another, this movie might have like 5 Oscar noms. It's crazy. Anyways, basically, Penelope's saying that they don't need a king, right? She's saying she's been holding shit down, though, for 20 years. And for act like she's not doing something, it's fucking crazy. And so when Tom Holland says, "Do you want peace or do you want revenge?" he yells, "I want Odysseus. I want her man." Fucking incredible stuff there, right? Because look, he offers safety, peace, love, and with the other suitors, that's not what she's gonna get. No suitor could ever replace her king. And the lines where they're talking behind the doors and everything, so beautiful, man. With the ring, the apartment, whatever you want to call it, right? Such a beautiful thing, man. So many things about this movie is done so well, especially, man, when Pattinson is trying to escape and everything, and Anne Hathaway, Penelope close to the fucking door of Mia Goth. Oh my god, man, shit was about to go fucking down. I was so excited, man. Shit was gonna go down in the best way possible. Here we had Tom Holland up top, fighting out one guy by himself, struggling with a bit of his daddy down low, going Kill Bill style, 100-on-1, whatever you want to call it. Amazing. And going back to that conversation where the Athena revealed, fucking heartbreaking, where it circles back to Cersei and her really seeing shit how shit really is, right? Them destroying the city, the beheading scene, man, Such a sad but powerful scene. And Zendaya does these roles so fucking well, where she barely gotta say a few words, but her facial expressions are so incredible. Where you feel it, right? The tears, the cries, the emotion. It's so good. She probably on screen for what 5 minutes, maybe max, but you can feel every ounce of it. Those themes of guilt, right? Those themes of humanity, those themes of monster versus man. And does war expose monsters or does war make monsters? Them being in the Trojan horse, I love that. Cause obviously you gotta that being in all those fucking men, and that shit gotta stink. First things first, that shit gotta stink. Vomit, shit, pee, all that in that little ass horse, man, can never be me. Take me out beforehand. Cannot be me sitting that thing. Absolutely fucking not. But I love that whole scene. I would actually love even more of that because the whole concept of being that shit for so long, being so claustrophobic with all these men next to you in the fucking darkness, the war, the seeing the war and the scary threat of being found before y'all even get there is terrifying. And I love that so much. Such a phenomenal movie that I fucking love. As of now, my movie of the year. Is anything on top of this? Probably not. Maybe Doom. We will see. I don't know. But as of now, movie that I love so much. Now the question is, what does Nolan do next? We finally get a full-on Nolan horror movie. He has been talking as for years, and of course, recently those things have increased because the movie itself. So does we get a Nolan movie, horror movie? He has stated he is interested in doing that. But what does a Nolan horror movie look like? You know, does he does another adaptation where it is big, massive A-list cast, or does he do a original movie where it's a smaller cast like Tenet? Especially if it's horror, usually horror don't have these fucking massive A-list casts like this. So if that does happen, that would be kind of cool to see. I don't know. Either way, I need it. If it's body horror, I will love it. I think body horror might be the best bet due to Nolan loving doing practical effects here. I think Nolan will have a lot of fun doing a bunch of practical effects for a whole fucking movie like this, where it's full on body horror. I will love that. Or even something like survival horror, where we go on a journey and we got a character's got surviving. I don't know. It's gonna be original. It's gonna be a adaptation. I don't know. Either way, I'm excited for the next Nolan potential horror movie. But either way, I think those are all my main notes from the movie that I guess overall, no big complaints. You know, I know for some people the pacing in the first 20 or so minutes wasn't it. But yeah, man, with that being said, that is it for my review. Whatever you want to call it, of the Odyssey. Christopher Nolan, you are fucking amazing. And like my main takeaway is I'm glad that he turned the Greek gods and the Greek mythology into something that is terrifying, because at times they definitely are. With that being said, I'm off here. Subscribe to the Instagram. By the way, follow the Instagram. We have been doing hard on that shit now. Y'all been showing love. A lot of my Odyssey stuff has hit 100K, 400K, 300K on like multiple different posts, which is crazy. Usually I get content out on there way faster because I can get my initial thoughts off faster and just put the text on the screen. I compare to this, right? So that being said, follow Instagram, follow TikTok, same exact stuff over there. I'm off here. Have a great night. He who.